Ever had a bug crash your app because a variable was undefined? TypeScript might have saved you. I'm Reza Attar, and today we are going to talk about TypeScript versus JavaScript. JavaScript is the language of the web, TypeScript is a powerful layer on top of it. But is it worth it to set up and configure all the files? Let us see. In here on the left, I have JavaScript code running, and on the right, it's a TypeScript snippets code running. Okay, let me minimize that. You see here, when I run the code on JavaScript on an undeclared variable called I, it giving me a runtime error. What does that mean? It's saying I is not defined. TypeScript check types and errors before on the compiler time, but JavaScript check types on runtime. As we move, it checks for the errors and types. Okay, I is not defined here. In this TypeScript, I get the same result, but in different, but a slightly different. You see, the difference is this red line under the I, and it says cannot find name I, and it's telling me in the before running my code, and my code here is not actually compiling and running unless I fix this error by declaring this variable. What the what the guys? How did you come? How did you come here? Jesus, what the I was trying to teach you. I was compare. Do you want to listen? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Holy shit. That must have been the weirdest thing that happened to me. Apparently, when I wasn't here, a bird came in from the window and it got stuck under my furniture. She's okay. I don't know. He's okay. I'm not going to assume gender on her. On it. So, back to the tutorial. You see the runtime error is gone, but now the const variable cannot be undefined, but now it's running undefined and it's okay. Okay, so the second example is this. When I let me comment this out. Okay, when I run this, if I don't run this, I get no errors whatsoever. But if I run this in JavaScript, I get an error because assignment to constant variable is not allowed in JavaScript. JavaScript, yeah. But if I run this in TypeScript, I get assignment to constant variable. I get the same runtime error, plus cannot assign to a because it is a constant error from TypeScript. So yep, moving on to the third example. In the third example, that might have happened accidentally. We add a number and string and we expect, for example, to be here to be 3, but instead we get 12 in the D variable, and we subtract these two together and we get -1. -1 is expectable, but getting 12 is unexpected because this type is converting into strings then added together, and it would be like this: 1 plus 2 equals 12. Okay, 12 of type string, obviously. But in TypeScript, if we try to run this, it shows a little error. The right hand side of an arithmetic operation must be of type any number, big int, or enum type. So we cannot subtract these two together, but we can add these two together and get 12. But for this to work and get rid of this error, we have to not subtract them at all, or make the two number also and get this done. What are the pros and cons of using TypeScript? TypeScript provides safer code, better tooling, self-documentation. And what are the cons? It's harder to learn at first, and you have to set it up first. When to use JavaScript? For small scripts or quick prototypes, it's okay to use JavaScript. And when to use TypeScript? For production builds, production apps, teams, large code bases, and that's all. Be honest, maybe you started with JavaScript, now you like TypeScript, or maybe you're still using JavaScript in some cases. Do you use TypeScript or JavaScript, and why? And if you like the dev content that I make, please consider subscribing to me. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye.